Okay, this is the moment of truth. Alright, ready to go.
Today is our first time, me and my dad's first time working out in like probably like 6 months or something like that. It took me like
6 months? You mean like a year and a half?
No, like that one time we worked out as a family, that one like break, you know, which isn't a really big deal. But it like took me a month to convince my dad to start working out, and finally we're doing it.
I haven't been in this place in like 2 years.
Alright, we did bench press with like no weight because we're just working on like building up right now. And then we did a little ab workout at the end, we didn't show. And then we did military press. Yep, off to a good start.
I got this a couple weeks ago and I've been putting off using it, but now it's time. Okay, this is the moment of truth. What the? No way. Take my slippers off, try this again. Jeez. Cammy and I were on this cruise a couple months back, and they had a scale. And I weighed myself for the first time in a long time, and it said 191. And I was like, oh, there's no way that can be true. So then I weighed myself at the next scale I saw a couple weeks later, and guess what it said? 191. So then I was like, holy crap, that's the most heavy I think I've ever been in my life. And I don't consider myself out of shape, but it still kind of freaked me out a little bit because I turned 40 this year. I'm heavier than I've ever been. There's been this like pressure, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about it, but I bought this scale thinking maybe it'll help me at least think about it. And this kind of ties into a little bit of what you guys saw earlier today with Seven and I working out. For those of you guys that have been around the vlog for a while, you know that in the earlier episodes, I used to work out 3 times a week with some guys. And I got like pretty, what do you call it? Ripped, chiseled, something. Like there was a transformation in my body that was noticeable, and it was kind of cool, and it showed me like what my body was capable of in a way that I was never aware of. And then our community kind of fell apart, and I wasn't hanging out with those people anymore, and I hated working out. I hated going to the gym, I hated lifting weights, I hated waking up early, so it was really hard, and the only reason I really did it was because there was people involved. Well, then I went on the Appalachian Trail, and then I got I was crazy fit when it was done. But then, like, and it was almost 2 years ago, I think, that we set foot on the Appalachian Trail. Is that true? That's so wild. But then I have not been in a place where I felt the energy or the discipline to like go back to the gym. One is because I don't super care how I look. I mean, I like the idea of looking nice and fit, but it's not that important to me at the end of the day. And it was just so much work. I felt like sometimes I would go to the gym, like I'd get up at like 7, walk through the cold, push these weights around that hurt like hell, come back, be like wet and sweaty and cranky, and then I'd want to like take a nap. And it's like 9 a.m. and that was like, then almost like, felt like my day was like shot because I'd used all my motivation to push heavy weights around, and I wanted to do other things like create vlog material and write books and things that are like really emotionally hard for me. Wine, wah, wah, wah. So I haven't gone to the gym. Well, anyways, like Seven's been harassing me about it for about 2 months now. And he hasn't really been waking up early, so I kind of was just like treating it like a joke. And then I made this deal with him, well, if you wake up early for like 2 weeks, and by early I mean like before even like 9 a.m. because, I mean, he'd come down like 2 p.m. Then if you woke up early for 2 weeks, I'd even like listen and take it seriously. Well, he did that, or at least he tried to do it. I don't know if he fully did it. But something happened in the course of him asking me where he was like so into it, and I don't really know why he's into lifting weights, but I just kind of realized he's 15 now. And I don't know how many more years I have where he's going to be asking me to do things with him like this. And then I put that together with the fact that I'm the heaviest I've ever been in my life. It kind of drives me a little crazy. I think people are going to say, oh, you're not fat, I'm fat, you don't know what it's like to be fat, and all this. But I don't think there's a number that really matters. To me, it's like a personal number, and it's me knowing what I'm capable of and comparing me to myself, not to you or anyone else out there. So it still is, I guess, a little scary to me, but asking this question of how much time do I have with Seven, it made it so I was like, you know, I kind of want to get more disciplined in my mornings and my schedule anyways. Maybe this is the perfect time. We don't have a workout program yet. We don't have like many details figured out. He doesn't even have a membership to the gym, but I think we're gonna try it. And I'm a little bit excited. I'm a little bit nervous. You saw we did before pictures, but I also, it feels kind of dumb like starting going to the gym like at New Year's like every other person out there. I'm like, oh, you know, all these people go to the gym January 1st, and then by the 3rd week of January, they're all, you know, gone. And I'm not into jump starting like fake exercise programs because, I don't know, I guess I don't like failing at things. That's that. So I'm gonna do that, and I don't really know what to do about the weight yet. I don't like diets. I feel like I've really let myself go. Like in a way I eat healthy, but I have this way of living where like I clean up every item of food that's on the plate, like no matter what. And if food's in front of me, I don't stop until it's gone, even if I'm like stuffed. Like eating out is hard, like ordering smaller portions I think could be important. Like that way of living worked out actually really great on the Appalachian Trail, because I think I was one of the few people in our family that wasn't like actually literally starving, because when we'd go into a town I would like pack more calories than anyone. Like I could eat a lot, but living in a regular first world country city, when you have access to food all the time and money to buy food and Uber Eats, it like is dangerous because I feel like it conflict with some of my other goals. And for those of you that are curious, we have still been running 3 days a week, actually more than ever. Like it hasn't been super cold yet, been pretty chilly a few times, but we've actually, like this week, we've upped it to 7 miles a run. We've gone like through all of Christmas and the holidays, we ran every day. So that's been cool, and I still enjoy that. But I just feel like there's another benefit to exercise that I haven't really talked about much at all in this vlog. And that was like, when I get in the mode of facing my demons and my fears and doing hard things, I notice that attitude tends to transfer into other areas of my life as well. Like when I'm like, oh, I'm gonna face it in the gym, it's easier for me to face it maybe with my writing or my video content or just other like discipline, like procrastination type issues. So I'm kind of hoping this does that and it doesn't like deplete me too much. But at the end of the day, I'm like, well, if I'm getting fit with my son, with my kid, what better thing could I be doing with my life? I mean, I'm just rambling at this point, but while we're on the topic, I did hear recently that, you know, your health is just one of the few things that is like the most important thing. I mean, you can't buy it, you really can't fix it, and it dictates every area of your life. But yet, like maybe I heard some stat or story about how Americans spend less money and time on their health than they do like most countries or something like that. And I don't know, it just got me thinking like that any investment into your physical health in a country where people are dying more of heart disease than anything else, like excess really, I don't know if there's like too much you can exercise. So anyways, that's all I got for you today. So it was weird walking into the gym. I hadn't been in that gym to work out in years. Maybe it was like 3 years, and it's only like 2 blocks away. So I was like, oh wow, I had all these like memories flood back of times that I've spent there with people that used to be my friends. And it's time to start a new season. Time to... Do you hear that? It's like downstairs. Time to start a new season and get all sappy. Maybe I'll try and do like an update video in 3 months or 6 months if I think about it. We're not very good at that stuff, maybe if you ask. But in the meantime, it looks like, according to the scale, 194. That's with all my clothes on. Oh, that is so hard. I can't even hear myself think. Oh, final thing. Oh, I don't even have my phone on me, but we got a very, very good news today. I got a deposit in my bank account for $130,000, which I think is maybe a lot of money, but it's like my only paycheck for the entire year came today from selling a business that, if you guys have watched our Everyone Belongs podcast and you heard how I was basically forced to sell this business with this super manipulative, almost like cult-like relationships that we've been involved in the past, this was the final payment that I got from that whole business deal. And it was like really kind of nice, because I didn't know if I was actually even gonna get the money, because we've been telling the story online, and I was like, oh, I'll bet you they're not very happy about that. And the way I've been treated in the past, I just like wouldn't have been surprised if I didn't get it, but I got it. So now we're like, oh, we should celebrate. We should go get some ice cream tonight. We earned it. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. That's it. Any New Year's resolutions from you guys, or thoughts about dieting? Maybe you could share it below and use it as a place to hold yourself accountable, because I'm making this because, well, I think it's an okay story, and maybe it'll hold me accountable. I don't know. See you guys tomorrow. Dude, it was so loud down here.
We are screaming.
Yeah. I noticed that.
Dad,
What?
oh, I didn't know you.
What time is it?
7 a.m. No, 6:30.
6:30?